Starting at power forward, standing 6'11", number 8, Embiid.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Trae Young and the Washington Wizards. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic.
And that game against the Cavaliers, it won't be an easy one given it is coming on the back end of a back-to-back. But they've been playing some fantastic basketball lately. And when you are winning back-to-backs, you're feeling good about yourself.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Rollins is out there with Porter, and it's Green in at the 3 slot. And for the Bulls, at the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Hunter is out there with Jackson, and it's Edey in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Time to take things across the court to hear once again about MP's historic night.
Well, he had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in the game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
It was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you. Now, here's Porter. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. So, stand for the teams that made a move at the trade deadline. They're now facing the challenge of incorporating new players.
Yeah, it's not easy, Kevin. And these teams in the playoff mix have to incorporate those new guys quickly and prove that that trade was worth it. There's a lot riding on these moves.
Giannis passes to Green. Antetokounmpo against Jackson. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So easy for Giannis to dunk it. It must be nice, huh, guys?
MP outside. 3-pointer. And good! There's another.
He's incredible. He just keeps raising his level night in and night out.
Yeah, zeroing in on 5th place for total points in a single season. Antetokounmpo, no good.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Outside, Green. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc.
Well, great D from Hunter. That is his calling.
And it's Green. Missing. Jackson. And the dunk by MP.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Well, Josh Giddey, an outstanding playmaker. We know that, Coach. Are we calling him a point forward or a 6'8" point guard?
To me, Kevin, he's a pure point guard at 6'8". This guy's got great size, but he's most comfortable with the ball in his hands, making plays for other people and running an offense. He can handle and pass as well as any.
Here's Rollins. Following the basket by MP. Rollins the pass to Giannis. Looking to end the run. And the basket is good. Giannis has got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
1:51 left to play here in the first. Inside, here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
Bucks trail by 7. Back to Antetokounmpo. Giannis dunks it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Bucks also changing it up. Larson's checked in, and it's Lopez in for Porter. Checked in for the Bulls. Josh Giddey comes in for Dunn. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Green. And it's Jackson in for Lopez. Now here's Jackson. Good, he hits again.
This is incredible. He's now in 5th place for points scored in a single season.
And he does it all the time in style, doesn't he? One of the most dynamic performers this league has ever witnessed. Buzelis out there with MP. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Smith. And it's Mitchell in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And now, Hallie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the miss by MP for 3, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Kuzma.
That is a great possession. Get Kuzma the ball, and Kyle will drill those catch-and-shoot chances.
They get the rebound. The shot's good from Smith. Smith's got 9 points.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Kuzma, and the rejection by MP. Giddey the pass to Smith, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Prince can't hit. The Bulls leading by 12. Pass to Giddey to the paint. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Puts one up from 19. Good, that's another bucket.
And as he continues to pile up the points, he is moving into elite company.
Creeping up, moving up on the 4th highest scoring season in league history. Kuzma, right side, over Jackson. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Pass to Jackson. Back to Prince. There's the triple. Larson, no good. Looking at Milwaukee, they took the win in their last game against Detroit.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Jalen Smith. Hunter comes in for Buzelis. Kobe White, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And Trey Jones subbed in for Mitchell. Now here's Porter. He had 16 points in the win against the Pistons in Detroit. Good on the triple.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Here's Jones. Deflects the pass. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Rebounded by Jackson.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Green fires the three. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
Now here's Porter, still without a basket. Down low, here's Giannis. Giannis making his presence felt down low.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's Chicago. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Chicago Bulls.
Their second unit's been outstanding. Even with the starters on the bench, this team didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, tonight everybody was ready to go. And time now to talk injuries. Here's what this team is dealing with.
A guy who doesn't always get his due. Vucevic isn't flashy, but he's productive. Scores, rebounds, set picks. It's a tough loss.
Yeah, having that hole in the middle in their lineup changes their game.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks, and I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pitch, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Checking out the group now for Darvin Ham to start the second half. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Porter is out there with Rollins, and it's Green in at the three, the small forward. Pass to Green, takes the three. Rebound by the Bulls. MP's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, they've been better than...
Another one goes. Incredible.
It's hard to understate just how special his season's been. This is something we see once in a generation.
He now has the 4th highest scoring season of all time.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
One of the most dominant scorers in the game today. Antetokounmpo takes pride in putting the offense on his shoulder.
Jackson, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
So, stand after an up-and-down start to his career, Kobe White is now a proven scoring threat.
Sure as heck is, Kevin. And it's because of 2 things in my mind. Great confidence and great energy every single night. So he's always running and moving, which gets him space and time to shoot the ball. And when he gets that space and time, he has great confidence to let it fly.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, Stan, there are so many things to like about Giannis Antetokounmpo's game. What sticks out most for you?
Well, look, I think, Kevin, most fans are going to say what sticks out is the obvious, his size and his athletic ability. But to me, what really stands out is the energy and intensity he brings on a nightly basis. As much or more than any star in this league, you can count on him every night to play as hard as anyone on the floor. Yeah, no matter how you slice it, Giannis is a force on the floor. The power, the scoring, the rebounding, the defense, he gives you everything.
Basket counts.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Pass to Rollins. Now Green. He's looking for Giannis and finds it. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, Giannis knew that pass was coming his way, so he's able to get elevated right on time.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D. But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, guys. The NBA understands its future is electronic. Commissioner Adam Silver said the vast majority of people consume us through media, not in person. Our social media audience is the highest of any league and continuing to grow exponentially. So there's no lack of interest in this game. Kevin, back to you.
It is a beautiful thing. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. It's White on the wing. A three from MP. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Green, beyond the arc. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
To the middle, here's MP, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Always has his head up, getting unselfish with it.
Second half here, we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Giannis dishes to Green. Back to Antetokounmpo. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Capping off the break, MP.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Giannis outside. And stolen by Giddey. And now the Bulls on the break. Here's Hunter. Pass to Edey. And it's good for two. Edey's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, once Edey gets the ball that close to the basket, it's too late, even against the best defense.
Porter bounce pass. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Here's White. Back to MP. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. And MP throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different. Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
At the line for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, shooting one.
Free throw good. Giannis.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Done outside. For three, Mitchell sinks the triple. Mitchell's got 7 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Bulls. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game, and this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Chris Dunn, who's zealous out there with Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Chicago. The wide open look here for Kuzma. A three-pointer off the mark. Chicago leading by 18. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by Prince. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about.
Bulls making a change here. MP's checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. A.J. Green, he's checked in for Prince. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Williams kicks to Jackson. Pass to Giddey. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Rebounded by the Bucks. Turner's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you like to see this. Turner using his size to impose his will.
Shooting from Milwaukee, Miles Turner at the line for 2.
And that one falls for Turner.
Yeah, one of the more unique players in the league. Miles Turner has led the league in blocks, plus shoots it really well from deep. 2 skills every team wants in one package.
And Darvin Ham wants to call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Donnie's checked in for Josh Giddey. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Loads it up for Giannis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
To the inside. Jackson. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league. Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Porter kicks to Green. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Buries the long-range jumper. Giannis has got 34 points.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Here's Antetokounmpo, offline with the baseline jumper. And the Bulls with possession. Left side, Jackson. It's stolen by Green. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Shoots from 8. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Turner with the screen. Porter against Dunn. 4 on the clock. From the arc. Porter, no luck. And a deep 3 from MP. And the miss. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. And